Let's talk about classes of Aion 2. Hype is real. We are getting close to release of Aion 2 on servers in Korea. That will happen in Q4 of this year and globally in 2026. Now, we already get lots of information during FGT test on servers in Korea. Actually, in building of NCSoft during the weekend, there were only few, not many players playing for the first time Aion 2. And we can get feedback not only regarding in-game features, which you can check already on dedicated videos on my YouTube channel, but also we can get feedback regarding classes. Yes, in Aion 2, we are going to have 8 original classes, which we had already in original Aion. So that means no new classes, at least not for now. So for now, we are not going to have Bard, Tech, Gunner, Painter in the game. However, 8 original classes will be there. Templar, Gladiator, Cleric, Chanter, Assassin, Ranger, Spiritmaster, Sorcerer, and basically that's it. Did I said? Yes, I did all 8 classes. Now, for today's video, I have something very interesting for you. We are going to analyze feedback from the players who have already played the game, Aion 2, over there in Korea. I have found here this interesting post from Kegi on one of the Discord servers of Aion 2 community. So we are going to check this post, and within this post we are getting lots of interesting information about classes of Aion 2. And I will also give you my analysis regarding these classes during this video. Before we start, let me just say, subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of Aion 2 videos in the future. I can prepare lots of videos, guys, for you regarding Aion 2 news, updates, guides for new players, and also make sure to check my live streams on Twitch. I'm live streaming every single day about 6 p.m. Central European Time. Visit me on Twitch. If you have any kind of questions regarding the game, I'll be glad to answer, and also to keep you updated regarding everything what is happening in World of Aion 2. But now let's dive into main topic of this video. Classes. Feedback from first test over there on servers in Korea. Regarding each class, we have some information here from the players who have actually played the game for the first time. First, let's talk about Templar. One of the legendary classes of Aion 2. Really incredible class, PvP-wise and PvE-wise. If you are talking about tanking, in PvP, one of the best classes in the game, but you need to be really with high gear. Let's check feedback here from Korean players. Role. Tank with high mobility, much faster than in Aion 1. This is already very interesting information. So, tank, obviously. However, with high mobility, much faster than in Aion 1. Already this fact alone sounds really good. Playstyle. Smooth attack chains, flashy and effective pulls, strong survivability and utility. So this is not surprising regarding strong survivability and utility. However, this is interesting, very effective pulls. There was also pull skill from Templar in original Aion. Surprise factor. What is this? One of the most improved classes compared to Aion 1. Really? I mean, why do I sound surprised? For a simple reason. If I remember original Aion, and I do remember very well, I can play original Aion more than 13 years, and I have more than 20,000 hours. Yes, you heard right, more than 20,000 hours playing this game on servers in Korea, North America, and Europe. I can play Templar actually a lot. It was my main class in several patches. Usually I was playing Gladiator and Chanter as my main classes, but of course I can play also other classes. Now, regarding Templar, this class here, tank obviously, very good for tanking in PvE, but in generally for PvP, incredible class. I remember in many patches, Templar as a class, 1 versus 1, could beat any other class. Even when Bard was on the peak of the power, Templar could defeat Bard and also any other class. However, there was one condition. Templar was amazing. However, differently from other classes, for example, if you want to play Ranger or Sorcerer or Spiritmaster, you can play it already on decent gear. However, for Templar, there is something very specific about this class. You need to have best gear in the game. You cannot play it like you should on decent gear. You can play on decent gear Ranger, you can play Sorcerer, you can play Spiritmaster, even Gladiator. With extendable weapon, you can play on decent gear. Templar, you can't. You need to play with best gear in the game, and then you can do miracles. So when I see this here, one of the most improved classes compared to Aion 1, come on. That means that Templar will be very powerful in Aion 2. Now let's check information regarding Gladiator. One of my favorite classes from original Aion. I can play basically out of 13 years of playing Aion, I can probably play 10 years Gladiator. I have reached also general rank on my Gladiator. I had best in slot, fully equipped Gladiator in many patches, and I can play this class the most. Roll DPS, but currently underperforms. Really? Playstyle, slow and clunky. That's not good with a greatsword. Skills felt weak and lacked impact. So, regarding weapon of Gladiator, yes, of course, you can play Gladiator, and in original Aion, you could play Gladiator with many different weapons. Now, for this FGT test in Korea, they can play Gladiator with greatsword. I was usually playing Gladiator with spear, not with greatsword. Sometimes, yes, with greatsword. Sometimes even with dual maces. Why Gladiator with dual maces? Because maces had lots of magical accuracy. And you needed lots of magical accuracy on your Gladiator. Why? Because of skill effects. That's a story for another video. Anyway, I can play Gladiator with many different weapons. With greatsword, with longbow. Yes, occasionally when that was needed. Also with double maces, with greatsword, with spear. However, spear, polyarm, always felt for me the best for Gladiator. So maybe greatsword is not the best choice for Gladi, but still, slow and clunky, that's not really great. And underperforms. These words are kind of strange for me for Gladiator. Also, it's important to say for Gladiator class, it's very important that you have extendable weapon. Then you have real power, full power on full capacity of this class. If you don't have extendable weapon, it's not feeling right. So maybe that's the reason, I guess. I don't know how to say. Verdict. One of the least favored melee classes needs significant redesign or balancing. Oh, this is very, very rough feedback on Gladiator. So underperforms, slow and clunky with greatsword. And one of the least favorite melee classes needs significant redesign or balancing. I hope they will do that because, yeah, it will be a shame to see Gladiator really not being great class in Aion 2. Let's go further with Cleric. This is healing class of original Aion and obviously in Aion 2. Cleric, primary healer, feedback, solo friendly with good AoE damage and sustain. Okay. Healing is straightforward, no cast times or stance switching. Wait a second. No cast times? That sounds incredible. So healing without cast time or stance switching. Focuses on raw AoE heals over reactive single target support. Targeting felt smooth. Some heals had sticky lock-on. Action-based healing was satisfying when well positioned. Okay, just one information additionally, guys. Aion 2 will have action combat. If you didn't know that from my earlier videos on my YouTube channel, just to let you know, not a tab target kind of combat game. I know. We are coming from original version of the game if you are Aion veteran player. Yeah, this is a modern game, Unreal Engine 5 game, action combat. There will be also two types of the camera, action camera and classic camera. In classic camera mode, you can actually use your mouse on the screen. So basically, if you use classic camera mode, it will still be action combat, but it will feel much more like tab target, some kind of hybrid, right? So if you are a fan of tab targeting combat, just use classic camera and that's it. Probably I will also use classic camera anyway because it's much more useful to use, much more efficient. It's much more efficient to use classic camera mode in PvP. For PvE, you can use action camera mode. Movement includes a teleport style dash like Chanter. This is good. So it's confirmed that Chanter and Cleric will have teleport style dash. This is very cool. Class design felt slightly outdated. That's not good, I guess. Possible inspiration from Screamer style casters unconfirmed. So guys, regarding Cleric, I wouldn't say any kind of surprises here. Healing class, lots of AoE heals, no cast times. Cleric was amazing. Cleric was really amazing class to play on original Aion. A main healer of this game. We also have a Chanter. We are going to talk about Chanter next. But main healer, definitely a Cleric. Let's go further with Chanter feedback. Probably my main class. Probably my main class for release of Aion 2. I'm not sure. I'm still in between Gladiator and Chanter. But honestly, probably my main class. Let's see. Role, hybrid healer, okay, with high DPS and strong self-sustain. I already like this because a Chanter was amazing, just amazing class in original version of the game. Every party needed a Chanter as a support and buff. Also in PvP, 1 versus 1, Chanter was a jack of all trades. Chanter could defeat any other class. It could be also be defeated by any other class. That is true. However, it was very strong class. DPS, PvE wise, yes, there were some Chanters. In general, I have seen some extraordinary Chanters during my 13 years of playing this game. But in generally, when we are talking about high DPS classes, then we are talking about Sorcerer, then we are talking about Assassin, then we are talking about Gladiator. Chanter, not that much. So when I see here, hybrid healer, fine, with high DPS and strong self-sustain, I like it. Playstyle, great for soloing, nice. Lacks instant single target heals, but excels with AoE regeneration zones. Wait a second, let's check this sentence again. Lacks instant single target heals, but excels with AoE regeneration zones. Guys, this is good. Again, this is action combat game, so it's not focusing that much on tab targeting or single targets, right? Visuals, nature theme effects, trees, vines, and glows designed to appeal to female players. I am not a big fan of this sentence here. Trees, vines, and glows? Come on, why? But it is what it is. I need to check it out. I need to try to play it. But this here could possibly repel me from Chanter. If there will be too many trees, vines, and glows, then I will not play Chanter. Then I will play Gladiator. Because, yeah, I don't like this too much. Nature theme effects. I mean, original Chanter from original game was really, really beautiful class to play. And I can't recall too much nature-themed effects. But obviously now for Aion 2, these are coming and I don't know. I don't like this. Anyway, everything else sounds great. Chanter, probably my main class. I like this high DPS thing here of the sentence. Assassin, let's go with this melee DPS class. One of the best classes also regarding DPS, definitely of original Aion. A role, high burst melee DPS. Okay, that's kind of normal, I guess. Play style, no stealth seen during testing. By the way, there is stealth. There is. I can confirm to you. Yeah, low level, definitely. Whoever was playing this was on low level. Later, you have a stealth and it lasts 30 seconds. That is information from Korean players. So there is a stealth. There is a stealth. Don't worry. This is not accurate because you are getting stealth later when you level up your character, right? So not on the low level. Core gameplay now focuses on fast dual wielding combos and high damage basic attacks, okay? Combat feels extremely fast, fluid, and satisfying. Among the highest burst DPS when mastered. So basically something like original Assassin. Original Assassin had very high burst. Usually I was playing Gladiator as my main class, and when I was in arena in 1 versus 1 situation against Assassin, or maybe in open world situation, PvP, me on Gladiator against any Assassin, I knew only one thing. I need to survive for the first 5 seconds because Assassin have amazing burst. If I can survive 5 seconds on my Gladiator, then I can kill Assassin. I can kill it. Usually, yeah, they were attacking you from behind, bursting you, then enter stealth mode, right, until skills get reset or cooldown, and then attack again. But that was usually strategy for Assassin. High burst DPS, definitely. That is one of the main things about this class. So, yeah, nothing strange regarding Assassin in Aion 2. Then we have here Ranger, one of the most favorite classes of many PvP players in original Aion, because there are lots of combats in Abyss, flying combats, and it was really advantageous to play a range class like Ranger. So let's check how is looking Ranger in Aion 2. A role, a long range DPS. Okay, that's fine, normally. Playstyle, powerful skills with stunning visuals and smooth animations. Nice. Combat, impactful long-range sniping, and strong AoE attacks. Really? Okay. Popularity, one of the most favorite classes during FGT. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because I remember, again, like I said, and we are talking about PvP inclined players. I remember in original Aion, Ranger was amazing. Just amazing class. It was really big advantage in flying combat, in Abyss, but also not the only in flying combat, on ground combat, to be a range class. And don't forget, in Aion 2, you can fly everywhere. In Aion 2, you can fly on any part of the map you want. There is limitation regarding flying time, but that means if you play Ranger, range DPS, very nice DPS class, you can see here with the long range sniping and strong AoE attacks, this will be a big advantage. So again, yeah, Ranger will be very popular without any doubt. Spiritmaster, let's check feedback regarding this also extraordinary class of Aion 2. We have seen Spiritmaster in Aion 2 have 2 orbs flying around him. Role Summoner, playstyle, pet focused with dominant field presence. Summons are large, fast and powerful. I have seen comment that summons are so massive that sometimes they are bigger than raid bosses. Can you imagine that? I mean, we know that already from original Aion. You as a Spiritmaster, you can summon different, let's say, helpers on your battlefield, different elements. However, you can see for Aion 2, they are so big, they are even bigger than bosses. Imagine that. Unique feature, summons can grow to raid Here we go. Here we go, that information. I read that information from another post. Summons can grow to raid boss size in PvP, dealing massive AoE damage. Nice. Visuals, stylish, well-designed pets with strong visual appeal. So Spiritmaster, again, it will be very popular without any doubt. And then we have here on the end, the 8th class. This is Sorcerer, role elemental caster, playstyle flashy and hard-hitting with fire and ice spells that feel powerful and dramatic. Well, dramatic spells. How is that looking, dramatic spells? I mean, this is good, right? Mechanics, ice kills slow enemies, okay? Fire deals heavy damage, long cast animation, but very impactful. I mean, you can't have everything. This was glass cannon kind of class in original Aion. Very strong, high DPS class, extremely high DPS class. For me as a Gladiator, definitely one of the most unpleasant classes. Definitely. When I saw good Sorcerer in front of me as a Gladiator, I know I'm done. I'm done. If it's a good Sorcerer, if me as a Gladiator I can kill that Sorcerer, then yeah, it's not a good Sorcerer playing, right? However, usually this was magical classes were anti-classes, so plates. So for Sorcerer and Templar, this was a problem. So for Gladiator and Templar, usually magical classes were a problem, but not that much for Templar. Templar, not that much. Templar have much more defensive abilities. For me as a Gladiator, Sorcerer was a big problem, big trouble, right? So long cast animations. I guess you can't have everything, you know? Long cast animation, but then extreme damage. Visuals, among the most visually impressive classes. I'm not surprised. Again, usually skill animations for Sorcerer, even in original Aion, were looking really incredible, and it was also a very powerful class. So, what did we learn from this feedback from Aion 2 players who have already played for the first time Aion 2 on servers in Korea regarding classes? I'm a little bit sad to see this feedback regarding Gladiator. Underperforms, slow and clunky, with greatsword. Maybe some other weapon will perform better. Regarding other classes, it's kind of normal here. No surprises, I would say, regarding Ranger, Spiritmaster, Sorcerer, Chanter, or Cleric, even Templar. They're basically having same roles like we had in original Aion. We have here a Holy Trinity system. Regarding Cleric, this is interesting regarding Chanter. Movement includes a teleport style dash like Chanter, which I really like. Yeah, regarding Chanter, I don't like this. I probably have intention to play Chanter for release of Aion 2 as my main class, or Gladiator, but everything is fine. Hybrid healer with high DPS, great for soloing, everything fine. But this here, nature theme effects, trees, wines, glows, I'm not big fan of this. For today, you can find out everything what is known so far regarding classes of Aion 2. We don't know much, but we know something. We know something from feedback who have already players who have already played Aion 2 on servers in Korea. We need to get more information in the future. Big thank you to Kegi for putting this post here on Aion 2 Discord. You'll find the links in the pinned comments below this video to the both Discords. There are currently 2 Discords regarding Aion 2. Check them both. There are 2 communities. You'll find also here lots of useful information regarding Aion 2. For today, just to let you know what situation we have regarding classes of Aion 2. If you are interested into Aion 2, make sure to check my YouTube channel. I'm preparing lots of videos regarding Aion 2. News, updates, PvP-wise, PvE-wise, everything what you need to know from World of Aion 2, you'll find it here on my YouTube channel. Also, make sure to check my live streams on Twitch. I'm live streaming every single day, mandatory, no skipping. Visit me on Twitch every single day about 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you have any kind of questions regarding the game, I'll be glad to answer and also to keep you updated regarding everything what is happening in World of Aion 2. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch, and see you soon with another Aion 2 video.